Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Laura Hansen with Connecting the Dots, Truth Bombs. Okay, hold on. We have got to take a quick deep dive. Remember the truth bomb. I'm going to come in 5 minutes and just give you something to think about. Now, in the news, we have removed hepatitis B vaccine for our newborns. Fantastic. Doesn't need to be. But it should make us also question, okay, if you took that one away, what about the others? I want you to do deeper dives on yourself. My job isn't to tell you to get your kid vaccinated or not. What I think is most important is that you and I are able to make our own healthcare decisions. I really love Children's Health Defense, and they have a lot of resources over there where you can do research for yourself about vaccines. And of course, it's going to lead you down many different paths. I do think that the internet has really censored a lot of information. And so more than ever, it's time that we put these direct links into our platforms like Truth Bombs and podcasts, etc. So I will put a link, if you're not familiar with Children's Health Defense, I'll put a link in our little show notes so that you can get there and explore for yourself. The other thing that I'm going to put in there today, I have really been, I'm going to even get to the point and say nervous. I've been following the trails that are in the sky personally for about 8 years. And I've noticed patterns. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's your job. Start looking up in the sky. There are constant lines. Now, when a jet is up there, a typical plane, you will see a little contrail, but it also is very short and it disappears as the plane moves along. Chemtrails are entirely different. And when you look at these links that I'm going to put in the show notes, you can make your decisions for yourself. But I think this is incredibly important. And I've thought about it all weekend long, and I'm diving in because I care that I know what I know now, and I want to share it with you. So this is really important for you to pay attention to what's going on in the sky. So they start off as lines, they crisscross, then all of a sudden they spread out and they will literally cover the sky. It is geoengineering, and I'm going to put the links to 2 documentaries in the notes, but it's not real clouds, and it is weather control, and it is putting chemicals into the atmosphere. Now, the thing I learned recently is this is a way that the military, the government went about trying to go after climate change. I believe now that what has really been going on is this action of the chemtrails has really caused the problem with our weather. Now, this is nothing new. It's gone back, golly, I think into the 60s, 1960s. So you can look at that information for yourself. But the point that I wanted to share with you today is that it's dimming the sun. Now, I can tell you for a fact that every micronutrient test that I do, almost every one of these kids have low vitamin D. That seems to be a global problem. The other thing that the intensity of the sun when this stuff burns off is far greater than it's ever been, and it really does hurt your eyes. You may have thought of that as well. But like I said, I've been following this for about 8-9 years. And the other pattern that I see is that when there are days that they do this repetitively and it's injecting an aerosol into the atmosphere, this is when there is just a cycle of illness. And I've seen that over and over and over again in my patient population. And what I have really learned, what's in this aerosol is aluminum. And the concentrations are far greater than any human can handle. So we've got aluminum that has been put into vaccines. It's into our atmosphere. It's in deodorants. If you go into a grocery store and look at the ingredients of all of the deodorants outside of what is considered a clean one, aluminum is right in there. Don't use aluminum deodorant. And don't use aluminum cookware. You've got to do your due diligence to know what's going inside. There was a medical doctor that was actually on this documentary that confirmed what we also learned through the pandemic, is that there is such a rise in dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson. These are all early degenerative changes to the brain. I am encouraging you, roll up your sleeves, listen to these documentaries, make the determination for yourself. But we've got to be informed. Okay. All right. I went over and I apologize. So have a great day. Be blessed. And we'll see you on the next Truth Bomb.